Hey, welcome back, folks. Today I want to talk a little bit about, no, not horses. I'm actually not going to talk about horses this video. Well, although what I am going to talk about is how my videos are affected, where I do videos about horses, because I want to talk a little about doing videos. Now, any of you that have created videos for YouTube or something like that, you're just going to chuckle and nod your head when you're watching this one, because you know all about this stuff. It's not going to come to you as any surprise at all. And to those people, I will say, I get it. You guys do a lot of work. But for those of you that don't create videos to upload for other people to watch, you have absolutely no idea what is involved in creating a video. And man, oh man, I've done a couple of videos over the years on this subject. I did one, I believe the title of it was "Why My Videos Suck." And well, this is a lot of the same stuff actually, and I need to explain that the amount of work that goes into creating a video for you to watch, even if it's only a 15-minute video, you think, well, 15 minutes, that's what it takes to make a 15-minute video. No, it can take many hours to make a 15-minute video. And before we even start, we have to come up with a concept of what we're going to do, a subject or something on a demo or show you or talk about, or we've got to come up with something. We need to come up with content. That's what they call it, content. We need to come up with content. We need to come up with a subject matter that we can discuss or demonstrate. That's just the beginning, the infancy of it all, is the idea behind what we're going to do. Then we got to figure out how we're going to go about doing that. Are we going to do it inside? Are we going to do it outside? Now, you will notice I do most of my videos inside. And there's a good reason for that, which I'm going to explain, because it falls right into this stuff. Because in order to do a video for you people, you do not realize how much work goes into one of these things. And that's kind of what this is all about, is everything that's involved in making a video for you. And okay, like I said, start with the idea, then the basic concept, and then is it going to be outdoor, is it going to be indoor, and exactly how are we going to go about it. Now, personally, because of the nature of my videos and what I'm demonstrating in them or talking about, we're very limited and how we can go about doing things. It's not like the guy in a shop or on a workbench or something where he can set up a camera very close and show you what he's doing, and it never has to move. And he can have a boom mic, in front of him that you can't see, catching all the audio. It doesn't work that way. Because I have to move around a lot, I have to use some form of wireless mic. And because I'm moving around a lot, and I do not have a cameraman, which really, really limits what I can do. And this is one more thing I have to take into consideration when I'm doing videos, is what can I show you that doesn't require a cameraman, because I don't have one. Zoom in and out and pan back and forth, all that stuff. Follow me around, or the horse that I'm working with. There's nobody on the camera. This is a one-man show. And and some guys have got ridiculous amounts of equipment. I mean, there's some guys who got not only 2 or 3 cameras, some of them have like 10 cameras. And so you're transferring files from all these different cameras, then you got to edit them all. Now, some guys have more skill. That's actually something you can take some training for when it comes to editing. Then there's the software. Well, the free stuff, there's a couple really good free programs out there that you can use, but I actually tried using one of them not long ago so that I could be state-of-the-art and do some really fancy production. Well, it turned out my computer couldn't handle it. And I don't have an old computer, by the way. It's a fairly new computer, but unless you've got a brand new top-of-the-line computer, you can't run the best software that you need for doing videos or video editing and that sort of thing. So, there's lots of things we can't do, but that's just polish. And flash and polish isn't what we're all about. We're trying to educate people, but unfortunately in this day and age, if you don't have flash and polish, people don't watch you. I don't know what the heck's the matter with people, but anyhow. So you have to, if you do want to do that though, you're looking at, spending $1,000 or more on a decent computer. And that's not high end. You can go a few thousand if you want really good stuff, and the editing process itself takes many hours. There are guys that I have great respect for that put out videos on a weekly basis, hour and a half long. And some of them actually have people that do nothing but edit their videos. There's guys that actually have film crews, guys that run around with cameras, and sometimes more than one. And like I said, they have multiple cameras, they have cameramen, they have several cameramen sometimes. They have guys hired that do nothing but edit their software for them, or the program, edit the videos, not their software. They use the software to edit the videos, anyhow. But, there's also some that do it themselves, and they'll think, it takes them an entire week to do an hour and a half video, and you think, how the heck can it take you a week to do an hour and a half video? Well, first off, that 15 minutes that it takes them to do something on camera, when that camera is not running, that project, because of the camera and setting it up and getting the angle right and lighting right and everything else, that whole project that you saw take 15 minutes may have actually taken like 3 hours. And that hour and a half video did in fact take an entire week to create, because a lot of the boring, slow stuff that just doesn't matter gets left out. That's eliminated in the editing process. But before they can eliminate it, they have to actually watch it and figure out what needs to be eliminated and go from there. So it's not just a case of, the time that you see on camera. That's not the time that it actually takes to make a video. There's a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work, and sometimes a lot of money, because if you look at some of the equipment the guys have, the modern GoPro cameras are somewhere in the neighborhood of $600 a piece. Some guys have as many as 10 of them. That's $6,000 just in cameras. And that isn't even including all the accessories that go with them. And there are a lot of accessories that you can buy, the different mounts, the magnetic ones, the clip-on ones, the chest mount, the hat mount. There's a lot of different kinds for those things. And even the stationary cameras, they're not all GoPros, and some of them are pretty fancy, and if you got several of them, and then you can get different lenses, the tripods that they mount on, all this stuff, all costs money. The lighting that some guys use, they have extra lighting. For myself, I don't use extra lighting very often because that's just not possible. But hey, go back to planning out the video. I have to consider the lighting though. Which direction is the sun coming from? Even in the building, like even this one here, what you're seeing right now is actually natural lighting. There's a very wide strip across the top there that outdoor lighting is coming in. It's actually overcast right now and cloudy, so the lighting may actually even change. I have no control over that. It's not a controlled lighting situation. Even if I did actually have lights in here, I wouldn't have much control over it. No, very little actually. And and if I was outside, well, then as the clouds move by, light comes and goes, and where I live, it happens to be extremely windy sometimes. And even today, just in the past hour or so, the wind has really picked up. I was actually going to do this video outside, and just as I came back out with my equipment, the wind had picked up, and all of a sudden there's big black clouds rolling in too, so it's probably going to rain right away too. Which, one more thing we have to consider, the sun, the wind, the rain, all these things factor into the videos that I do. Now that's not a factor that everybody has, but it's something I got to consider. Is where is the sun? So where do I have to set up that I have room to do it, that the sun's going to be coming from the right angle, which is why, because of all the many variables of doing videos outdoors, I don't do a lot of videos outdoors. It's just too difficult, and it's just not practical or realistic to do. And sometimes it's simply, too inclement, it's too windy, too rainy, too snowy, all this stuff, which is why many of my videos are done. In fact, most of my videos are done indoors in the arena, which is just over there. And that's where you'll see me most of the time, is in the arena, because, and it's, I'm just being practical when I do it, because there's just a lot of variables when it comes to doing videos that, like I said, an hour and a half video that you watch on YouTube may actually take 8 hours just to edit that. See, an entire day. You go to work an 8-hour shift. Well, somebody worked an 8-hour shift to provide you with an hour and a half of entertainment. Then you wonder why it takes a week to put out an hour-and-a-half video. Well, it took them 4 or 5 days to film the thing, and then another full day, or more maybe, just to edit the thing. So there's all these things that go into it. I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing. I know there's, because with all the videos I watch, I consider, as I watch them, different subject matters. I just think about all the various things. Do you have a wireless mic? Do you have a corded mic? Do you have to have a wind filter? Do you have some kind of shade device over your camera so that you see, I have to be careful even outside. Even if the sun isn't actually shining right into the camera, I still have to be careful it's not hitting the lens, and it creates these little, actually if you look at one of my recent videos, the sun was actually close enough to the wrong angle that there was actually a couple little spots showing up on the screen that were actually caused by the angle of the sun. The video itself didn't look too bad, but if you look close, yeah, there was flaws in it. And so, yeah, I don't have all the spit and polish on my videos, but then again, that's not what these videos are all about. This is not entertainment, it's not flash and glamour. I'm not too concerned about the polish on them. And so I don't have, and like I said, I've got no cameraman. I don't have a computer that can run the best editing software to create some of the more polished productions that some guys are doing. So there's a lot of stuff that I simply cannot do. And then you have audio problems and you don't realize it until after you get back to your computer and you're doing the editing, and then you realize all of a sudden, oh crap, the audio's gone. Now you got to redo it. Well, that just happened just now. We had a dropout, and I can see my monitor from here because I'm close enough, but I didn't notice exactly when my audio dropped out, but it did. And oh, by the way, now it's raining. One more thing in the element. It's probably why this horse is in here behind me. There's actually a door just out here right beside me that she can go in and out. This is and thunder and lightning. Yeah, okay. Got the whole shebang going on. Anyhow, audio failing. One more thing I didn't mention is, aside from the fact that you can potentially end up spending a lot of money on audio, because the wireless device that I use, I didn't want to cheap out. I got a good one, and got a good deal on it. I bought it used for a fairly reasonable price, but if I had to buy this thing new, yeah, not cheap. I'm not even going to say, because depending where you live, it's going to vary, but probably somewhere in the neighborhood $600–700 or whatever. It's one of the better quality ones. It's a professional quality, and but that's not exclusive. And if in some videos you have actually multiple people, they all have to be mic'd up. So all of a sudden you have several wireless devices for people that are moving around. And I've watched a couple of videos where that was the case too. They had several people running around that all had wireless devices on them. So 2, 3, 4 of them, and you can be spending thousands of dollars on wireless devices just for your audio. And in the case of my videos, not that many people watch them, so I'm not getting any financial compensation for this whatsoever. All this I'm spending, all the time, effort, and money is all out of my own pocket, okay? I'm not complaining. I'm doing what I love doing. I'm doing it because I think it needs to be done. So I'm not whining about this, but some of you need to understand that, when you look at a video and you go, oh, that's a pretty crappy video, well, you got to understand what goes into making a good video. Like say, when it comes to the audio, you go in, you start editing, you find out all of a sudden it dropped out, and you got to go reshoot the video because the video is useless without the audio. Or there have been cases where the video would freeze. And apparently some of the new cameras, I'm not going to mention the brands, but there are certain ones that are particularly prone to all kinds of problems. And I've watched quite a few videos where guys have had problems with them. Ironically, some of the better ones are actually videos done with people's phones. Believe it, you actually can do that. You can do a video with your phone and actually upload that to YouTube. Amazing. And actually, I've seen some pretty decent ones because of the content, what they're doing. That can be good. Video quality may not be that good. Audio quality might not be great, but it works. It may not be spit and polish, but if you're paying attention to the content of what the video is about, why the person is doing it, sometimes that stuff is just not important at all. you can actually watch it, enjoy it, and learn from it, which is what I try to do. But like I said, there are a lot of variables. I got to pay attention to what direction the sun's coming from. I got to, sometimes outdoor just isn't an option. I got to change up constantly. The minute I walk out the door of the house with my equipment, I got to go, is this even possible? Is this going to work? Am I going to have to change my plan? And depending on what happens, I might even have to change the original content and subject matter that I was going to do. And so putting these videos up, if you watch a 15-minute video, I can tell you, I can guarantee a lot more than 15 minutes goes into making one of those videos. At least a few hours. By the time I edit it and then upload it and everything else, carry all my equipment up, set it up, and then actually do the demo or talk about the subject, whatever I'm doing, particularly demos. What you see me do in 5 minutes of demo might actually take me an hour to get myself and the horse ready to do it and get all the equipment set up and everything else. There's a lot of preparation that is involved in making a video, and not just my channel. Every channel, so every single video that you watch on YouTube that somebody has created themselves for your viewing, you have to consider that there is a lot has gone into it, many hours of work and probably quite a few dollars as well. So every time you watch one of my videos, if you got some criticism, well, stop and think about the effort I put into doing these. While you're at it, subscribe and make a comment. That all helps. And recommend my videos and my channel to your friends. I'm going to bet you got more than I do. Have a good day.